Here, number one. What is the answer?
Mm, transformed.
Transformed. It is correct. You know, transformed, you can see to trans is a form of something or to develop something. Two meaning.
Mm,
Correct. Number two.
reduced.
Yeah, you can say the letter with the word reduced to correct. We have comparison technique. Remember, we practice the techniques of vocab comparison
Mm,
or opposite. He said here the region is intensified. Here the
mm,
information must be flow, for example, because more slowly.
mm.
Yes, correct. Next,
D.
letter D. Good job. Correct.
نعم.
Yeah, good homework. Come on. Next,
Mm, A.
letter A. It is correct. That's right.
Mm,
Number two, focus on that. Sometimes you need evidence. Did you find any evidence to prove it's unique, readily identifiable?
mm.
Yeah, always, Ali, when you answer it on any PDF, highlight the evidence. I don't
Okay.
think it's lucky to understand what's going on. You need
Okay.
to they agree. So both of them mention this point. Do we have any evidence to see that this technique is unique, important, significant, distinguished? Look, he said
Mm,
here, had a distinct style. That means a unique style. That's
mm,
number one. For number two, did he mention anything? Let me help you. Look,
mm,
it is generally held that, held just like to hold opinion to prove it on the
mm,
basis of style. Look, Shakespeare wrote all of the first act and the most of the last, while authored most of the three middle acts. This means to prove that it's identifiable. What's the other focus out of content? Okay, come on, the next.
D.
Letter D, wrong. Read again.
To explain. C.
So, to explain, that is correct. Is innovative. Innovative is no from Nova. Nova, something new. Good try.
Mm,
Next.
A.
Letter A, correct. My friend, as you
Mm,
know here for so, you are going to show consequences like effects, correct? Here it's wrong, here why wrong, here the method wrong. Okay, next.
B.
B, wrong.
A.
Is all the text about how they created maps? All the text about that?
No.
Or we describe collection and how, both, not only how it was created, no, how travelers created.
Mm,
Who created? Travelers?
mm,
So look, to create the collection, Ladrisi consulted, so not the travelers. So here opposite. So we're talking about collection of maps, correct? Because I see their maps.
مم.
So letter C. What is next?
دي.
Competent, it's correct. But just tell me what means the letter C? Letter C,
مم.
لا. Do you remember the suffix in the Latin roots?
able able
And
اللي هو القدرة يعني.
a man, something happened by man. And the manage, AD, it tells you about the action. So action is happened by man. What man
مم.
generally do? Control. And
مم.
ABL, to tell you, is something easy to be controlled, not
مم.
control, to be controlled. Imagine, and it is adjective. What does it describe? It describes a noun, subject, verb, and then complement. This is complement, as I told you, Lincoln verb. This information refers to. Now, how the cuttlefish is explained? You have calling, and so your answer is here. What is explained here? Is it awkward? Imaginative? Is it to be controlled? It's competent, to show competence and skills, skillful. It's not it's not something devouring readily available meal. So it has
مم.
abilities and capacities, competent. Right? Next.
مم. ايه.
Letter A, it's correct. It's about, but letter A is wrong.
لا، طب وريني الليتر دي بس معايا.
So Ali, I like you to feel confident. Look, A, it's correct. Let's read. It elaborates what the underlined on the previous statement. Where is it? This is statement about
مم.
transitional moment. Where is it? Here underwent an abrupt, sudden a change transformation. Look, turning away explains the transformation. In artistic career, yes, we're talking about his career, right? Is it call into questions? Is it shows doubts about characterization? We are not talking about characterization in the preface, and it does not show any doubt. Explain what happened.
مم.
We are not talking about personal life, about his career. So that is right. So letter A. Number next.
بي.
Letter B. I don't think so.
ايه.
Letter A. Let's read. Israel. Israel, it's a name of person. It can be treasures, particular characteristic of his personality. Okay.
مم.
When that characteristic should be usually regarded as flaw, comment trap. Everything in the sentence correct. But this is characteristic is flaw, is a mistake,
مم.
is a pitfall, disadvantage, a limit in his personality. But how? Said here, however, brave-hearted, even much of their devil upon pinch, seems nevertheless to have evinced
مم.
throughout many parts of his career singular patience, madness. He didn't mention it, it was a mistake in his personality or it's a weakness in his personality. So he is wrong.
مم.
So what results? Look, it suggests that if not for a certain aspects of his character, if not, Israel may not have been easily thwarted. Thwarted means to stop something from progress. If I am being thwarted, it means I feel disappointed. Something stopped my progress. But he
مم.
is not. Why? Continue the meaning. Look, Israel was obliged to look around for other means of livelihood because his master refused to give him his right. He
مم.
refused to fulfill it, to give him his right. So he never stopped. He was looking for around because he has singular patience and mildness. He has brave hearted. This means explained again. It's
يعني
underlined.
كنت عاملها صح؟
A little bit correct.
مم.
But the problem about the vocab and how the answer is made. I'd like you to know how the test maker think, and then you can answer it. So let it be
مم.
correct. The others, of course, out of context. The next.
أنا وقفت حد هنا.
Oh, you have 1 minute for every question. Go.
مستر إيه؟ مستر
You mean the train
إيه؟
to describe an approach
مم.
and what means an approach. The technique, the methods, process that he used. They used. You did it correct, but you take a lot of time to
مم.
question, to show doubt. Where is the doubt here? To explain why most. There is no reason for the underlined only.
مم.
Unexpected research findings. What is other? Showed. Follow, not the underline. So let reality. Come on.
دي
Letter D. Letter D is correct, but I need why. follow the rules, Ali. Don't guess.
انا مصر شلت ريبيتابل دي عشان ما يعني عملتها بالاستبعاد كده بس مش عارف.
No. Always, Ali, follow the rules, or you will be in a trap. We test you for adjective. What does the adjective describe or modify noun or noun? You must
مم.
find it. To go, start the structure. After you
مم.
believe that these formation need not remain, but I need to read from the beginning.
مم.
Stars form in of gas and dust that cannot be touched. Look, cannot be.
مم.
What is that? The
يعني.
swirls of gas and touch. But contrast technique.
مم.
Astrophysicist, astro for stars. So Nehemiah believes these formations need not remain completely what? So we're talking about these formations. These
مم.
formations. That's why I found the subject and the verb and then. So we test you for complements. Adjective to describe this formation. And then calling Ali to explain what happened. So your answer is here. She uses
مم.
simulation
ماشي.
and complicated to understand 3D. High educated, high knowledgeable, sophisticated 3D printers to produce interactive models. Because she said we cannot touch. So we must use simulation. And simulation on computer is not real, but simulation. We don't say that we have repetitions of formation. Wrong. Explicable, it's from the word explain.
مم. أيوة.
They know the suffix.
مم.
But need not remain completely explainable.
مم.
Wow, mean here. And have information to talk about that. We don't need explanation. How? Opposite. Regret. How information regret. Out of context. Intangible. Tangible means a touch. In opposite. So your evidence already here. So we test you for vocab.
Yes.
Yeah. Next, my friend.
يوم. اوبتين.
Did you say? Up.
نعم.
Uptain يعني it's up. Uptain.
اوبتين. اوبتين.
Literally, but wait, why not be? Because you guess. I know that you proved what you know, the evidence, but sometimes you need to know why wrong. Hoard means to collect information and hide it. So they
مم.
collect already, not hide.
مم.
It's opposite. Of course, not occupy or reserve. And reserve to keep it in a secret place. Is it secret? No. So obtained.
مم. اوكي. انا مصر الاسئله دي في الهومورك خدت مني وقت كتير أوي.
It takes time, but sometimes you need to read. But when you read, summarize the question and read in
مم.
an organization as we studied. How? The question is, author 2 responded to the overall argument. So you must find what is the argument, what is the main idea. How did he
مم.
respond?
مم.
So let's read, summarize. Look,
جامد. مم.
graphic novels are popular, but so my focus on the information after but, as I told you, after but, after whatever, contrast. They
مم.
should be classified as. So the main idea of this text here, what are they? Graphic novels.
مم.
Should be classified as literature. And then he gives a development to prove, to argue about his point. to persuade you about his point. By definition, literature tells a story or conveys meaning through language only. Focus about the word only. Look, semicolon, to add more details for his argument. Graphic novels tell stories through illustrations and use language only. And this apparently it means like only in captions and a dialogue. Captions like comments.
mm,
Proves again his argument. Graphic novels are experienced as series of images, not the language. And that make them look consequence, make them more similar to film than to literature. So he said graphic novels, it's a film, not literature.
mm,
Number two, you must agree or disagree.
mm,
Graphic novels present their stories through both the main argument in the first sentence. So he disagree. How to say he agree? But
mm,
wait, without captions and dialogue, the language, readers would be unable to understand. So he gives evidence to support his point. So they argue, they are encountered. What is depicted in administration? Calling, details.
هتبقى
The story.
تبقى ايه؟
No, Ali, I like you to understand the language of writing.
اوكي.
Illustration after calling, more
مم،
details for his point. And at the end, the result of his argument. Graphic novels qualify as literary.
مم،
Now, how does he? That language plays a more important role in graphic, yes. But remember, I'm
مم،
talking about two. Two.
مم،
Oh, yes, it can be. More text of one, yes. This is mean the answer. But wait. Look how the answer is made. I'd like you to know how does he think. This to make. Acknowledging the author of one has identified a flaw. Look, the term again. So you must know everything about flaw. Misunderstand.
مم،
Does he say that the first one misunderstood? He didn't say that
مم،
correctly. Don't guess. We must have evidence. So be
مم،
knowledge into the storylines of certain graphic novels are difficult to
مم،
understand than the author of text one. Hmm.
مم،
But wait. Text number one, text number two. Did he mention the storylines? He didn't mention that. He said without captions, the readers would be unable to understand what is depicted. He didn't mention storylines. So we invent something not mentioned in the two texts. Wait, agree with the author of text one that most graphic novels are not well crafted as most literary works are. Do we make comparison? Wrong. So that is a point. Feel it? How to understand the text? So two persons are arguing together, agree or disagree. Always text number two, disagree or argues, or prove that is wrong, or to add details to something. That's all. Here again, you are so lucky. Try.
29 في هتنزل سنة بس.
لتر بي.
مم. اشوفها بس.
اه are using machine. اوكي.
هتبقى بي صح؟
and letter B it's correct. Imagine it. That's why.
نعم.
Now do you understand it? Make it easy.
يس.
Now go.
يعني سي.
So you want to make it C. And C it's correct. Look, became easy or not?
ايزي.
Good job, Ali. This Ali, it's a poem. You can imagine the lines.
اكتب.
Active, sure.
بروتكتيف.
It's protective, Ali, correct. But why it take a lot of time? It describes the roof.
ايه؟
letter A and that's correct.
بس احنا هنعمل كولكت الهوم ورك ولا لأ؟